welcome to the podcast. My guest today is Kimberly Keller, and she represents from our good friends out at, I got to look down because I like to get this title in because it covers everything that you folks do. Legacy Bucyrus Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation. Thanks for coming back in again.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, we like to have you on here. That's, again, how we always start this out. That's the former Heartland, the former ProMedica.
Yeah.
So people know. I wanted to locate it because for still to be people that name doesn't ring a bell. Well, Legacy is located there. It's out on West Mansfield Street in Bucyrus.
Yes, out by the high school.
Out by the high school, just a little bit beyond, further west. All right, a lot to cover today. I know, you've had this memory care unit, and this is one of the first things we talked about when we started it a long time ago, is you got this cognitive spa. Tell us about that. What's going on there?
So it's a memory care unit, and it's a cognitive spa because we have residents down there that we do activities with on an hourly basis. So every hour they're doing activities, and it's just to massage that cognition for them and try to get them engaged. And so it's more like a little community back there, and there's always something going on back there. So try to enhance their memory. And
the way you enhance that memory is by getting people engaged into activities. I take it things that would involve a lot of mental activities, physical as well, or probably the two kind of related to all that.
Yeah, it requires some sort of an occupational therapy and physical therapy and memory as well. So all of those.
All right, well, that's a good thing to do. Now that's another good point you brought up. You have a secured memory care unit.
Yes, it is secured. It is not locked. It is secured, so they can get out, but there is an alarm that goes off when anybody goes through that door without using a code to get out.
And I did want to mention this. I think you've had pretty good success with people wanting to be a part of your memory care unit since you've started this, or at least enhanced it.
Yes, we are a 16 bed facility on that wing, and we are at 14 right now.
Wow.
So we do have room for growth, but not much. But everybody seems to be thriving and doing well back there.
Now, you've done a census, didn't you, recently, of your residents?
Yes, we did a census, and our census, our capacity is at 86, and we are at a 77 right now. And we are open, 8 to 8 for visiting. We have occupational therapy, skilled therapy. People come from the hospital, they need those things to get better. We have acute stays, so just lots of care needed when you're coming out of the hospital. So we have a designated wing for that, and it is down the therapy wing, so that they don't have to they don't get mixed in with the regular long-term care residency. They go into that skilled wing so that they're right there by the therapy. They get the skill that they need and get the rest that they need, and they're able to discharge fully functionable.
Now, with the growth that you've had there at the facility, I imagine that you're, like everywhere, you're in a hiring process. Am I correct?
Yes, that is correct. We are actively hiring. Like you said, as census grows, so do we have to increase our staffing. So we are actively searching for an activities director. We have a part-time activities assistant, and we need someone to direct the entire activities department. So that is a full-time position. We are also seeking RNs and LPNs, and that is for all shifts. And we are actively seeking STNAs, and that is for second and third shifts.
Well, like I said, that is a good thing.
Yes.
Because if you're growing, you need people.
Absolutely.
And you need skilled people that can do this, like activities director, always something that's very, very vital.
Yes.
I thought one other thing, I know of one else, what I wanted to cover with you today. The senior day at the Crawford County Fair coming up in July.
Yes.
Now, you folks are actually, you're sponsoring the food for that, aren't you?
Yes, we are. We met with the Crawford County Council of Aging, went over the menu, and we will be hosting that lunch day for the seniors at the fair on the 18th.
Yeah, of July.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, well, we used to actually had the fair just in recently, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we talked about that, Crawford County Fair. This is always a big event, and, I'm tell you what, I want to thank you for sponsoring that.
Absolutely.
because-
We've sponsored it for probably the last 27 years. Last year, during the transition
Yes.
from companies, we weren't able to actively sponsor that because we weren't allowed to use that name quite yet because they hadn't legally,
Yeah, there's-
you
You had
a lot of
hoops to jump-
legalities.
A lot of hoops to jump at the time.
Yeah, some red tape, but we're all through that, and so we're actively picking that back up again this year and hope to continue serving the community out there.
Well, Kim, you've come in, you've given us a lot of things, pretty bing, 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 as I say right away. I'm glad things are going well and moving along. It sounds like you're growing, and it sounds to me like your memory care unit is thriving. So, I mean, that's a really good report.
Yeah, and we always do open tours, so if anybody would like to come into our facility, it's always open. They can stop in or they can call and schedule a tour with me. I'm the admissions director. My name's Kimberly Keller, and I'd be happy to tour anybody through our cognition spa or for our regular facility for long-term care, or if somebody's seeking skilled therapy from a hospital.
Well, I want to thank Kimberly Keller from Legacy Bucyrus Skilled Nursing. I'm sorry, I always get this messed up, so I always got to look down. Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation.
Yes.
Why today? Maybe I need the nursing and rehabilitation today. I don't know. But I do want to thank you for coming in and doing the podcast.
Thank you
with
for
me.
having us. It's a pleasure networking with you guys.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.